Kanye West. And has he been uncanceled? Because he had a concert recently. It was 2 nights. And let me tell you the list of stars that showed up at this concert. They included Dave Chappelle, Erica Badu. I'm just do the people we know. Chloe Bailey, those beautiful young ladies. Winnie Harlow, the game. Yeah. Who else? Niecy Nash and her wife, and Dr. Sean was it Cheyenne Bryant? Those are all the people. I heard there were others because CeeLo Green also performed. Lauren Hill performed
Oh,
on stage with Kanye.
oh.
So the question on the table is, and y'all let us know in the chat, is Kanye uncanceled? And how do you feel about all these celebrities attending and or being on stage with him? Dave Chappelle, we canceling Dave Chappelle? Are these stars canceled? Because we love some Dave Chappelle. People
Oh, Dave Chappelle, this is hurting my heart. And my whole question, too, if y'all can throw it out there. I know Niecy. My question is, how we gonna have all this smoke for Chili? Chili just gave money to Trump and Trump's friends. This Negro, Kanye West, who calls himself Ye now, hugged Trump, caressed Trump, put a Trump MAGA hat on, rapped about putting a MAGA hat on, was at lunch and dinner with Trump and Nicolas Fuentes, the neo-Nazi curious young kid, whatever thing, don't know you're Mexican. He wore a White Lives Matter shirt with Candace Owens. And he said that slavery, our 400 years of slavery, was a choice. What has Kanye got to do? Donald Trump, y'all said Chili is finished. The tour got to be canceled. No one should go to the tour. And she just gave him money. Y'all canceled Snoop ass because Trump wasn't even at the concert that he performed at. He performed at a concert during Trump's inauguration where Trump wasn't even there. He's completely canceled. Nicki Minaj hugged up on Trump, went to Turning Point USA, declared she
loved the White House.
Loved J.D. Vance, went to the White House. She done. Canceled. How is Kanye any different than her? Poor Chrissy, what's her name? Chrisette Michelle.
Don't drag Chrisette Michelle into this. Don't
she got canceled. She just
we all right with Chrisette. We all right with her.
She got canceled, girl. She got canceled. I'm telling you, y'all done canceled everybody. Y'all done canceled Nelly. Y'all done canceled, what's his name? You Soldier Boy. He's canceled. So we're saying that all these people are no longer acceptable to the Black community. But Kanye he's a Trumper who still says he loves Trump, guys.
Let me say this about Kanye. Let me just say this. I'm gonna say this, Joanne. I know you're gonna have something to say when you get over that heat stroke you having over all these people supporting Kanye in this way. Here's what I'm going to say. And I'm saying that this is why a lot of people support him in my mind. This is what I think. I have no evidence of this, but this is my theory. Let me be clear. And this is why I don't report on Kanye. I choose whatever he's doing. Like, we'll talk about it here because this is a different space. We talk like this is girlfriend conversation, like we're over brunch or something. So we're talking, right? But I don't report on him. I don't think anybody should cover what he is doing because he is mentally ill. Y'all say what you want to in the comments. I didn't care. But I do think that a lot of people give him grace. This is my theory, because he is mentally ill. Because not only is he embracing Trump in the way that he does, but he moves like someone who is mentally ill. He has said he gets off his meds and he does some, Nazi lyrics. He's, hanging out with Candace Owens. I think that he moves like someone who is mentally ill. That's all I'm going to say. But that is why I think that so many people give him a pass. That's my theory. Now, no one has told me that, but because somebody said, I hear a kitty cat. Yes, my cat is coming up the stairs and hollering.
Because the cat is all I'll say about that. The cat is objecting to this line of thought. The cat is with me. The cat is saying absolutely motherfucking not.
Yeah.
Kanye West, how many passes does this Negro get? We gonna give him a mental health. He made a song called Heil Hitler. He
Yeah.
sat down in front of a laptop and wrote a song called Heil Hitler. Then he went in a recording studio.
But what about him? But what about him suggests that he is? Tell me a moment as of late, like over the last decade, that suggests that he is mentally well. Tell me that moment that existed. At some point, I'm just gonna say this: it is piling on. The man is mentally unwell. I'm not saying like I don't buy his music. I'm not showing up at his concerts. I'm not doing any of that. I just leave him alone because he is mentally unwell. And maybe I have a soft spot for people that are mentally unwell, but I don't see the need in kicking somebody like that when they are clearly mentally disturbed. He is mentally disturbed. It's not like Snoop. Snoop is not mentally disturbed, right? Snoop is a smart man. You see him out and about doing his things. He's making moves. He's doing things all the time. He made a choice for whatever reason he did to reverse his position on Trump. Because before that, he was criticizing anybody who supported Trump in any kind of way and had very harsh language for them. Now he's not doing that. I get that. But all I'm saying is, why pile on Kanye? He's not mentally well.
Girl,
so we can't expect for him to make good decisions.
He's mentally well enough to make a whole shit ton of money on a tour. He's mentally well enough to get on a plane, go and do concerts where he has got an elaborate stage show.
That doesn't make him mentally well.
Does that mean that we need to put money in his pocket? You're saying it's okay. Enrich him further. This dude is enriched. But if they are supporting him. The black people,
I'm saying you and I,
number one on Spotify. If he's so mentally ill, he's making a whole lot of coin for a crazy person. People love train wrecks.
Look at what's on social media. Look at the things that trend and become big on social media. The crazier, the more.
Why do we give him grace? So we're saying we're gonna let him go ahead and enrich himself further with his Trumpy ass.
No. I don't think brands should support him. He has enough money to cover himself and his kids to the end of his life and to the end of their life. He does not need the endorsements. I don't think he should be he should be touring. I don't think that he should be doing anything.
But he is though.
But that does not mean that we have to pretend like he's not mentally ill just because the white man is out there giving him money and making him famous and doing the things that they're doing with him. Because
the white man is not making him write songs, go on tour.
No, I'm saying they're giving him money because they knew he wrote these songs. They knew he did all that. Who's backing him? Who is backing him?
Everybody black that's saying they're going to boycott Pepsi for pulling out of the show. Black folks are literally saying they're going to boycott Pepsi for pulling out of his show. First of all, how does Pepsi sign on to the show in the first place? That was dumb. You figured out, but the bottom line is, whatever you're saying, he's sane enough to be an incredible businessman in this moment. You know what? I'll give you a moment when he sounded sane to me. I'm gonna give you a moment when he sounded sane to me. He did an interview with Tucker Carlson, supposedly in the depths of his insanity. And he said something that is now going viral all over the country, all over the world, where he said, I sat down with Jared Kushner and his brother, Josh Kushner, whatever the brother's name is. And he said, when I sat with them and I looked at what they actually contribute to the world, what they actually don't contribute is nothing. He found out through sitting and talking with them that they owned more of Skims, his ex-wife's underwear company, than he did. And when he realized that the Kushners own more of Skims than he did as her husband, he was like, these people are real shifty and they're real slick, but they don't actually deliver anything. They don't actually contribute anything. They're not actually creative people. They just take money. They're all about money. I was like, oh, that's an interesting insight. That's actually sane and actually true. And I'm like, yeah, he may not be as crazy as we think. He may know what he's saying. Next thing he said was, I believe they were playing my boy Trump. That's the next sentence is, I believe they were playing my boy Trump and they just saw Trump and me as people that they could use. I'm like, not only is this Negro, sure, he's probably got ill.
No, he
But
is
no,
mentally
hold
ill.
on. He's mentally ill. He's bipolar, but he's not stupid. And he's smart enough to understand what the Kushners are. And he's smart enough to use the far right to further enrich himself. He's smart enough to do a Heil Hitler song because he knew the Nick Fuenteses of the world would start to buy his music. Nicki's not smart enough to figure out how to get MAGA to actually buy Nicki Minaj music, because Nicki Minaj music is booty shaking ass music that's vulgar, and they'd be like, ew, vulgar, she's a girl. He is smart enough to figure out how to get all those far right wing boys to become Ye fans. Changed his name, changed his lyrics, he never puts a black woman in his videos. It's all white women. He's savvy enough to figure out how to get racist white people on his team. To me, that's not crazy. That's crazy like a fox. And everybody that's supporting him, it disappoints the shit out of me. I love the people that were at that thing. I'm fans of all of them. It hurts my heart that they're still standing with him. F him. F you, Kanye, for life. You said slavery was a choice. F you, man. I was a fan, girl. You know, I'm a hip hop head. I was a FAM fan. But ever since this Negro decided he loved Trump, if you love Trump, I don't love you. That's just the way it is. You love Trump, I don't love you. You can love him, and you can have a right. I don't love you, though. And I'm not buying your music, and I'm not going to your show. I have no grace for Trumpers.
I don't, like I said, I have grace for people who are mentally ill. I think that the choices that he made, y'all can keep talking all day. Somebody's like, Jackie is wrong and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. I don't care. I stand by what I believe what I believe, and no one can change my mind. No one. I'm not saying I don't support him. I'm not a hip hop head. I think the only song I own in my playlist, my Apple playlist, is the Monster song with Nicki Minaj and Kanye. That's it. And I bought that so many years ago. So I don't, it's not that I'm all right with canceling other people. And I'm all right with not, like, I've pretty much canceled Kanye in myself. I'm not a fan of his. You know what I mean? I've interviewed him before years ago. I'm not a fan of what he's doing. But I don't think, listen, wait, child, Aroma, Angie, I wish I could go back to that comment. She said, shame on you. Baby, listen now. Let me tell you, because you might be new here. This is a safe space, not just for Black women, but for the two of us. You're not going to agree with me all the time. There might be an occasion that you don't agree with Joanne, but what you're not going to come up in this space and do is be disrespectful. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't know how to agree and have discourse in a civil way, baby, get the fuck on. Because we don't play that here. You can let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I don't play that shit. You can agree. You can disagree with me. I'm a very strong-minded person. I'm going to have my opinions. But what you not going to do is come up here and be disrespectful. This is our space.
I agree.
So you're not going to do it.
Yeah, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. We got to always be respectful. We have to be respectful because this is our house. Yes. This is like we invited y'all over. This is like you come over somebody's house, you can't be disrespectful in their house. Like that's just, it's just a rule we have where it has to be respectful dialogue. You can disagree vehemently with each of us because we different people, even though we have the same last name. We're very different and we have different opinions. But yeah, we don't do that. We don't do disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. And also, it's disrespectful to the other commenters because people are in here to have a dialogue where we're all friends, where we're all family. That's what we call ourselves, cousins, cousin nation. But we want to speak to each other like you would respectfully speak to your family. That is very.
Yeah, so Joanne and I, we disagree about so many things. There are a lot of things we agree about, but there are times when we're going to disagree, and that's okay. I'm not going to cuss her out. She's not going to cuss me out just because we don't agree on this. So y'all don't come in here with that energy. Don't do it. We don't come with that bullshit.
It'll be a short time. You'll be in here for a good time, not a long time.
Should we play our theme song, Camille?
Do we have a theme song? Play it.
We should play not our theme song, but our welcome song, because somebody needs to be reminded. I know she had it, but maybe podcast.
Welcome to our podcast.
We are family.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to our podcast.
We are family.
Read this, read that.
We are family and we love you, cousins.
But we will block you.
If you come with that bullshit.
So respect our boundaries.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to our podcast.
We are family.
Let the church say amen at the family.
Amen. Amen. And even those in the overflow, please say amen. If you got to church late and you missed our offertory, please make sure that you take out your 20s and 50s. We do not believe in onesies, twosies. In this. If you have
Somebody
a single
said what happened, they pulled out the song. Well, last thing about Kanye that I'll say, I mean, you can say more, Joanne, but that UK concert where the concert promoter or whatever was saying, was having some sympathy for Kanye and saying we should show him grace, that has now been canceled. The whole thing, he was the headliner, girl. The whole thing has been canceled.
Look, the blacks is very generous with we letting people back all in. I don't know why in this case, but he don't say some things about the Jewish people, and I don't know that they gonna forgive him for making a song called Heil Hitler. I'm just saying he may not come back from Heil Hitler for whatever reason. The blacks want to let him back in, and I don't even understand that. But the Jewish people, they're gonna be like, "You said Heil Hitler in a song,
girl," and all these sponsors started pulling out of this event. And so they ended up canceling that. We found out that earlier today, about 4 hours ago. So I just wanted to say that. Any last words on Kanye? I have not changed my position.
But no, you can keep your position. I think I said what I have to say, and I'm sure if it get back to him, I don't. You with Trump? I'm sorry, and look. No one man should have all that power. I love me some Kanye West. I was a fan. So,
girl. I was never a big fan. Like I like some songs here and there, but unlike you were such a big hip hop head, so you were really familiar with his. And
by the way, most people who are genius level are a little crazy, right? Like Michael Jackson, he didn't seem all, when you just looked at him from the outside, you're like, well, that dude a little off. Genius. Prince. Quirky, like genius. Like there are certain people who have a genius level, and I think it does go with a little bit of bipolar, a little bit of something, because you're just not normal to be that brilliant. And I actually think as an artist, he is one of the most genius hip hop artists of all time. I actually think he is a genius level talent. But I mean, I actually think Nicki Minaj is a brilliant hip hop artist. Like her writing, her performance, her delivery, brilliant. But that bitch is crazy, and she's a Trumper. So I'm like, you're mean, you attack other women, you don't support other Black women in hip hop, you going after Megan Thee Stallion for no damn reason, making her sound like an ape and all kind of F you, chick. We got the same birthday too, it's sad. But yes, Kendrick Lamar, freaking genius. I pray to God he never turned into a Trumper, because I love me some Kendrick Lamar. He is so brilliant. And so that genius comes with a certain kind of exaggerated personality. And so I understand that some of it is part of that, but it takes a lot to get, even in madness, you could be a madman and it still doesn't get you to love Donald Trump. I don't get that. I just don't. He said George W. Bush does not care about Black people when he was also crazy, and he managed to see through George W. Bush's bullshit. So I believe that these people may be a little mental, but you mental than a Trumper. If you mental and you want my sympathy, you better go ahead and reconnect with Kamala.
Well, I think the thing with Kanye that happened with I think his mother, when she was alive, had a big influence over his mental health. And I think that was such a tragic loss in his life. That it just, you look at the trajectory of his life, and when Donda died, things just went left for him, as far as who he was around. I mean, a lot of his friends have abandoned him. Dave Chappelle is the one friend, and there may be others that I've seen publicly stand by him. Jay-Z don't do it no more. John Legend doesn't do it anymore because he's fallen out with them on social media. He's had so many public squabbles with these people over the years, and I think a lot of that started when his mother passed away, because I think she was able to help manage what was going on with him mentally. Like he's admitted he doesn't take meds anymore and all that, like that. And that was when he said George Bush doesn't care about Black people, his mother was still alive. So we saw a very different Kanye, huh?
Or he was just, she helped to cover up what an asshole he was. That maybe when she was alive, she was like a bridge between him and the rest of the world. So you didn't see what an absolute dick he was. And that once she was dead, there was no filter. I mean, this dude literally has helped the Kardashians pimp Black culture while he doesn't cast a single Black woman in his music videos. He was very clear that his ideal woman was definitely not a Black woman. And he had Donda as an example of a Black woman. Like, he's been problematic. It's like how R. Kelly, also a genius. We knew he was problematic. He was messing with children. We looked the other way because we love the music. We love the genius. We've done it too many times. We look in the other way because we're like, but R. Kelly's a genius. We love to step in the name of love.
R. Kelly was all the people that you named. They have always been the same, right? Michael Jackson wasn't one way and then another. Prince wasn't one way and then another, right? R. Kelly wasn't one way and then another. R. Kelly's been doing what he was doing since he came on the music scene, abusing girls. Kanye was a very different person before his mother died. I mean, you can really look at the interviews, who he was as a person, who he associated himself with, just the relationships that he built along the way were very everything shifted once his mother died. And that also, I just, and like I said, I'm not even a Kanye fan, but I am someone who really looks at mental health in people, and I give people grace for that. I don't think that he should be touring. I don't think he should be making all these money with these deals and all. Like, I think none of that should happen. So I'm not for him becoming a trillionaire on the backs of the things that he says and being a Trumper. Like, he is, but I don't think that, like, I don't endorse that, but I also don't agree. I feel like the media shouldn't even cover him. I feel like it's piling on to someone who is suffering mentally, but that's just me.
I think we should do another ad before we move on. What do you think?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay. No. Well, I want to talk about this Trick Daddy thing first.
Okay, we'll do that first.
Let's talk about Trick Daddy first. Because we definitely want to. Somebody put little violins saying, "Okay, Jackie," with tiny violins.
I know. It's funny because people think because my name is Joy, I'm the nice one. Jackie, the nice one. I'm just like, F all these trumpets. And she's like, but don't we have to have a heart? And I'm like, no.
No, we have our moments. There are things that you're nice about, like letting people get your picture and autograph when you're at a doctor's office.
Yeah, like, on that one. You're the nice one on that. I'm the nice one on that.